Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, so I thought I'll do a live video because I'm getting so many questions asking me about what supplements we should be using for thoracic outlet syndrome, if there's anything that can help take away symptoms and help with muscle spasms and aches. So there is a whole bunch of things that you can take that everyone gets prescribed anyway, with regards to muscle relaxers and a whole bunch of medications. But I'm going to show you just a few things that I take and have taken for all this time. And these don't prevent getting TOS or help with the pain or anything. But what it does do is help you with the breakdown of the muscles, the catabolic effect of the muscle, breaking down and make your TOS worse. There are things here that I have that help with your cholesterol and stuff so that you don't have extra symptoms and effects while having TOS. So let me just turn that on so I can see everything. Whew. And then I will just make my protein shake, and then I will show you just a few of the things that I use. It's like 5 different things, 3, 4, 5 different things. Nothing hectic, but something that will help you. So let me get my protein. Protein is essential for building muscle. So if you can't get a full meal or you're struggling to eat or anything, protein shake is your best bet. I use Nutritech whey. Whey protein is probably the best because it has very little calories, so you're not going to put on weight by having it, and it's the fastest digested. So if you are training and you take whey protein after you train, within the first hour after you train, your muscles are they become like a sponge, so they absorb that protein so quickly, and it just helps with the further breakdown of your muscles. It helps build up of your muscles, and just helps you feel a lot better and stronger, especially if you have been out of gym for a long time and you're trying to get back into it. It makes it very difficult if you go to gym and then you're not taking your protein and you're so stiff that you can't train again. So that's just one good thing about taking protein, is it takes that stiffness, that crazy stiffness away, and it helps you heal a bit faster. So just find whatever protein you can find, but that's what I use, Nutritech. The best tasting one for me, I use vanilla. Shake it up. Now I've just done 7 rounds of boxing. I haven't trained in about 2 weeks, so if I look a bit tired and my hair looks like a mess because I've just finished boxing. Okay, the first essential thing that I say you must take is glutamine. Now, I've said this in a lot of videos. Glutamine powder. Glutamine is used for so many things, and it's anti-catabolic, so your muscles won't break down. Now, when you've got TOS or you've got an injury, think about it. You're sitting at home, you're not doing anything, you're sitting on the couch, and your muscles are basically just wasting away because you're trying not to move your shoulder, not to lift it, and everything's getting tight as well as the muscles breaking down. So when you do a movement eventually, things can move out of place because your muscles are not holding everything as tight as they should be, and it just throws everything out of balance. So you might go to physio and then they pull your arm in a certain way, and because you don't have that muscle tissue holding it together, you're just going to feel a lot of pain, and because you don't have that muscle tissue, it's going to tear even deeper and you're going to feel a whole lot worse. So one thing that you can do is take glutamine, about 5 grams a day. It comes in a powder, so you can just scoop 5 grams and have it with juice, because it absorbs with the juice a whole lot faster with the glucose. It also helps if you have many symptoms. It helps with leaky gut. It actually repairs the lining of your gut and helps your stomach lining. So if you're suffering with ulcers or you're having a lot of problems with your intestines, glutamine is one of those essential amino acids that can really help you in the long run with any stomach problems. There's a whole host of important features that glutamine does, but those are like the main ones. If you're struggling with TOS and an injury, you're just going to feel better. You'll feel that sometimes it feels like your shoulder and your bones are grinding on each other, especially if you haven't done much movement, and then suddenly you're trying to get back into moving again and stretching, and you'll find that your joints are clicking a lot and they're grinding on each other. With glutamine, you'll find that if you take it after a week, take it every day for a week, you feel like you sleep a lot better, you feel like your muscles are holding everything together better, and you can actually see the effects that if you are starting to train, you'll find that you're not as stiff the next day. Whether, like, if you didn't take it, you'll feel how stiff you are, and then if you do take it, you'll find that you're a lot less stiff, and it also just helps you build that muscle and not lose that muscle. So this is just essential not to break down those muscle tissues any further. So that is like glutamine, I would say. I mean, look at what I have. I've got this little one, and when this is finished, I just take from the big one and I just put it back into the little one. So you can see that glutamine is very important because this is like the most I have. I've got like backups of the stuff so I don't run out, because I can actually feel the difference when I'm not taking glutamine. Let me just have some more protein. It's the first time I've gone live ever, so a lot of people that I'm helping are in America, some in Australia, New Zealand, a few in France, and probably time zones, and because I haven't gone live before, I see no one's joined yet. But hopefully you can watch this at a later stage, so it won't be live anymore, but I hope it can still help you. And these are things that I personally take. It's not like watching an episode where a doctor tells you, or some random guy tells you, this is what this supplement does and this is how it can help you, or a doctor telling you about it, and take this amino acid because it can help you, but they haven't experienced it. I've been through TOS and I've had frozen shoulder, and I was out for like 2 years, so I know that feeling of being stuck and taking advice from everybody and nothing really helps you. And if they haven't been through it, especially doctors, if they haven't been through TOS, they haven't felt that feeling of hopelessness and not being able to move, and every time you do move you get a flare up and everything's tight and dizzy and you can't even go outside to the shops. I mean, I was stuck at my worst time. I was stuck in the house for 4 months and I couldn't leave the house. I would take one step outside and I'd feel so dizzy and weird that I'd have to come back in, sit down. I went to lay in the bed and I couldn't even sleep in bed because my shoulder was so compressed. My arm was completely blue. The doctors couldn't find a pulse, so they wanted to cut my top rib out. I had ATOS, arterial TOS, and NTOS, and the combination was just making my arm blue, and I had no pulse even when my arm was down. Usually a lot of people that have symptoms of TOS, when their arms are raised, the blood drains, goes pale, and then the pulse becomes weak. Where mine was weak at any angle. I would be sitting on the bed and I'd have no pulse and my arm was blue. So I went to plenty specialists. I went to the top vascular surgeon in the country, and he looked at me and he was worried and he just wanted to cut my top rib out. And it's not something that I wanted. I wanted to try and do everything I could beforehand, and that's why I do my videos, because I know where I was and I see where people are in the groups that I'm on Facebook, and it's just, some people do try and they struggle and they don't come right and surgery helps them, where other people, they don't seek out second options, second opinions, and they go and have the surgery and then they still struggle, and then they do something that actually helps them, like a stretch or certain movement, and they start feeling better. But now they've had the surgery, so they get scar tissue, and there's a lot of things that the doctors don't tell you. Like, you'll get your top rib cut out, and then usually your pec minor is so tight that you'll have to have a pec minor release. And then from there, sometimes you'll need nerve blocks in the scalene, or they'll need to cut the scalene to lengthen it. And all these things in combination, they just don't help. So I know of a few people that can't even cough properly because they've had both sides done. And because they get one side done, the other side compensates and they get scar tissue, and then they have to go for revision surgery. And yeah, imagine being able not to cough properly because you don't have stable neck muscles and stable chest muscles, and missing 2 ribs, and it's just there's a whole host of problems. So I speak from experience, and I've fixed myself. I'm back to doing everything that I did before TOS, and I'm probably even stronger. Okay, next supplement, essential magnesium. Magnesium is extremely important. It helps the muscle cells talk to each other. It helps your muscles relax a lot. So if you're very uptight, then this will just help you relax a whole lot more. I take slow mag. It's a slow release magnesium, so it helps you through the day. And a lot of people don't realize, but 90% of the whole Earth's population is magnesium deficient because we don't get enough of it in our food. So you will find that if you suffer with panic attacks and anxiety like I did badly, I used to have like 5 a day where I got rushed to ER and I couldn't breathe and couldn't speak. Magnesium has changed my life. I haven't had a panic attack since. It just calms you down, calms your nerve down, and you can feel that relaxation. So this is like a natural muscle relaxer. You don't feel funny, you don't feel it actually, but if you're struggling with anxiety, you feel a huge difference, that it just brings everything down. You feel a lot better and calmer. I see that my battery is low, so I'm just going to go through these essential ones. You can take zinc because it helps your cells repair and helps your body function and your hair and nails and everything. And if you combine it at night with magnesium, it becomes ZMA, which helps you sleep better. It promotes growth hormone, boosts your growth hormone. So when you are sleeping, it helps your body repair a lot better, and you just feel a lot better and healthier. Last thing I want to show you quickly is omega-3. Now, omega-3 fish oil is essential for heart health, cholesterol. It just lowers the cholesterol. It helps your heart. It helps your body combat free radicals, and it is an essential fat basically that helps your body overall with health. So if you're taking a lot of painkillers and a lot of prescription medication, then I definitely recommend you take omega fish oil just to take the strain off your heart and feel a lot better. So I'm going to end it there before my battery dies. I hope this video helps you. Leave any comments below if you have any questions, if you have any topics you want me to cover, if you want me to do another live video with some exercises or something, just leave a comment below and I'll read all of them, reply to everybody. And I've just done another video earlier today about strengthening your core without feeling funny and without feeling those dizzy effects that everyone feels with TOS. So it is a good one. I will try and get it up by tonight, and I will see you guys soon. Cheers.